Well, here we are on the doorstep of November, and does anything say football like Tennessee, Kentucky in November? Tennessee, after an open date, will host the Wildcats Saturday night. A couple of things about Tennessee, Kentucky. Tennessee, they view Alabama as their biggest rival. Florida, for maybe a younger generation, is the biggest rival, but Tennessee has played Kentucky more than any other team. This will be the 120th time that the Vols and Wildcats have gotten together, including the 81st consecutive year. And this is a series that Tennessee has absolutely dominated. In fact, if you've been born since 1985, there have only been 3 Kentucky wins over Tennessee: 2011, 2017, and 2020. Kentucky has the biggest road win of any team in the SEC. The last weekend in September, they went down to Ole Miss and upset the Rebels 20-17, but Kentucky went 0 for October, and the last couple of games have been especially troubling. Florida beat them 48-20, and Auburn beat them 24-10 in a game that was actually much worse than that. Auburn racked up almost 500 total yards and held Kentucky to 224. So Kentucky is really struggling right now. They're really beat up. They've got a quarterback dilemma because Brock Vandagriff, the starter, has been really inconsistent, and Gavin Wimsatt is the backup who gives them a little more dual threat. But both of those two, they both struggled against Auburn last week. 12 of 27, 154 yards, couple of interceptions, 3 combined sacks. So Kentucky is the only team in the SEC right now that's not averaging 20 points a game. So their offense is really struggling, and the defense that was so good at the beginning of the year, they held Georgia to only 13 points. They held Ole Miss to 17. You know, again, the last 2 weeks they've gotten torched by Florida and Auburn for 72. So this is a really tough task for Kentucky. The biggest challenge for Tennessee is, can you look better off an open date? Because the last time Tennessee had an open date, they went to Arkansas and lost and eroded a lot of the momentum they had built with that 4-0 start. But big picture for Tennessee, they're 6-1 overall. They're 7th in the country with their November schedule to go. This should be a game that Tennessee wins in that 34-13 type of neighborhood if they play well. Again, I think the first quarter will be key in this. If Tennessee can get that tempo back to where they want, and again, take down and wear down a Kentucky defense that, like I said, is really riddled with injuries right now. Tennessee, Kentucky, nothing says November like it. Tennessee and Kentucky have played November almost every single time they've met. Follow Tennessee, Kentucky coverage the rest of the week and all weekend on timesfreepress.com. I'm David Pascal. Take care, everybody.